What up, Deerfield crew? Big day today, many missions. So I just wanted to hop on here and tell a quick story from my mission. I served in Korea, and my first day there, I met a man by the name of Bae Sung Pil. We actually called him Mitch, and we taught him for quite a while, and he smoked, and it was really hard for him to get over smoking. And finally, he wanted to be baptized, and he decided to quit smoking. And 2 days before his baptism, he slipped at work and broke his collarbone. And it was a pretty bad collarbone break, one bad enough that he actually had to stay in the hospital for 6 weeks. And while he was in the hospital, the way that they ran their hospitals is they had like 10 people to a room. And in his room, there were 4 other people that smoked in there. And so, long story short, he ended up not getting baptized. He started smoking again, and I got transferred out of the area and lost contact with him. Well, about a year into my mission, I ran into him on the street, and I said, "Hey, Bae Sung Pil, how are you? Let's meet up." And so we ended up setting up an appointment and meeting up with him. And I had a new companion at the time. And when you're new in Korea, it's very hard to speak Korean. And so when we met with Bae Sung Pil, I told my companion, "Hey, I know this guy really well, and I taught him for a long time. And I'm going to try to get him to commit to come to church and, see where he's at with smoking and such." And I told my companion, "I'll turn the time over to you, and you can bear your testimony." And so we went into the meeting with Bae Sung Pil. And it was at the church, and he was there, and we were having a long discussion, and I was pouring my heart out to him. And during the discussion, he just told me, he said, I can't quit smoking. It's something that I just can't do. It's going to be impossible. And, I was bearing my testimony, and we could feel the Spirit, and I knew that it was getting through to him, but he just kept telling me he can't be baptized because he can't quit smoking. And my companion turned to me and he said, "Hey, Elder Delstra, can I ask him to be baptized?" And I was like, "Hey, Elder Green, are you listening to the conversation? Like, he just told us he can't be baptized because he can't quit smoking." And he's like, no, I want to ask him to be baptized. Is that okay?" And I told him no, and I kept talking for a little bit longer, and just asking Bae Sung Pil about his life and different things like that. And my companion tapped me on the shoulder and basically said, "I'm going to ask him to be baptized." And he couldn't speak Korean very well, but he just went right into it. And he said, "Bae Sung Pil, I believe in the gospel and Jesus Christ, and we all need to be baptized. Will you be baptized?" And Bae Sung Pil looked at my companion and said, "Yes, I will be baptized." And it blew me away. I was shocked that he had just committed to be baptized. And I turned to my companion and I was just like, "Hey, can you commit him to quit smoking?" And my companion didn't really know how to say that. And so I started talking to Bae Sung Pil, "This means you have to quit smoking." And he pulled the pack of cigarettes out of his pocket, and he slid it across the table, and he said, "I won't smoke again." And I just remember thinking at that moment that it was the Spirit, it was Heavenly Father that had just converted Bae Sung Pil, Mitch, and let him know that he needs to be baptized. And we left that, and that changed my life. I learned that day that it doesn't matter how eloquent you are in speech, what your wording is, or how awesome you are at talking to people. It's the Spirit that is going to convert others. And so I just challenge you for tonight to listen to the Spirit and to bring the Spirit into your conversation with the families that you're teaching. And you will have an experience like I had that day on my mission, where my companion that couldn't speak Korean changed somebody's life. On a funny side note, I put the pack of cigarettes in my pocket, and as we were walking out of the church, we ran into the bishop, and he looks me in the eyes and he looks down at my pocket, and he looks me back up in the eyes, and he looks back down at my pocket, and then he just like gives me this look. And then it goes into a totally other story, which I'll have to share for at another time. Anyways, have fun tonight. You guys are awesome.